The Corruptions Eradication Commission, or KPK, has named 5 suspects in fictitious project cases in state-owned construction companies Waskita Karya, with a total state loss that is quite fantastic. Who are the suspects of this case? So let's go straight in the first graphics, shall we? Here it is. We can see suspects of fictitious SOE constructions projects. In this case, it's related to Waskita Karya Group. First of all, we can see Jarod Subana as the president director of Waskita Beton Precast. And then we can see Fakih Usman as the ex-project head of Division 3 of Waskita Karya. We got Desi Aryani as the ex-president director of Jasa Marga. And then we can see Fajar Wayong as the ex-head of Division 2 of Waskita Karya. And the next one is Yuli Ariandi as the head of Finance and Risk Division 2 of Waskita Karya as well. And these 5 suspects allegedly jointly committed a criminal act of corruptions, enriching oneself or another person's, or a corruptions that could harm state's finance or the state's economy for the purpose of self-benefit related to the fictitious subcontracted work. So how was the chronology of this case, and how big is the total state loss? So let's take a look at the next graphic. So here it is. Our team just gathered the data, which is the summary of the fictitious SOE constructions project. Here it is. We can see there are 14 infrastructure projects going on with the fictitious status. And then for the subcontractors, there are 41 fictitious subcontractors existed. And then for the state losses, which is quite significant, of 202 billion rupiah state losses because of these fictitious SOE constructions projects. And KPK allegedly fictitious constructors project were projects undertaken by Waskita Karya in 2009 to 2015, where the suspects appointed a number of subcontractors companies to work on fictitious projects, where the designated subcontractors company did not do the work as stated in the contract, but still receive payment for Waskita Karya. Then the payment is returned by the fictitious subcontractor company to the suspect. So we may conclude it that's a very well-planned corruptions projects. So what are Waskita fictitious projects based on KPK? So let's move on to the next graphic to see the whole cases. Here it is, the fictitious SOE constructions projects that is aimed to be in a Waskita Karya project. First of all, Jati Gede Dam project, which is the type B and type C, within a period of 2008 to 2012. And then moving on to the next fictitious constructions project, we can see there is Jakarta Outer Ring Road Development Project Sections 1, Package B. And then the next one is Cinere Jagorawi Toll Road Development Project Sections 1. And then we can see Antasari Block M, which is a non-toll overpass project. And also Nusa Dua Ngurah Rai Benua Package, which is located in Bali, with the toll road development project. And these are only 5 of a total of 14 infrastructure projects that are suspected to be fictitious. By looking at the distributions of these projects in various regions, it can be said that this is a large and massive cases. And then the determinations of the suspect of the fictitious project cases affect the movement of Waskita Karya Group stock prices. So let's take a look at the next graphic. We can see its relations to the stock movements of these Waskita Karya Group stocks. First of all, we can see Waskita Karya by July 2020, July 24th, it changes minus 2.74%, while in July 27th, the changes goes to 5.63%, while in July 2008, with the July 28, 2020, the changes went down 0.75%. And we take a look to Waskita Beton Precast. Within a July 24th, the changes went down 0.898%. And in July 27th, the changes went down 0.99%. And July 28th, the changes went down 0.5%. And not surprisingly, the share price of Waskita Karya Group fell after it was named a new suspect from the Waskita Beton Precast Board of Directors. And of course, it is related to the GC that is run by the company, which one of the benchmark for the investors in measuring public companies' management and performance. So the effects in GCG absolutely will be responded by investors, which one of the visible response if the fall in the stock prices. And hopefully the company's management immediately implements corrective measures to again increase public and investors' confidence. Meanwhile, not only the case of fictitious projects in the constructions SOE, a number of cases of scandals have also occurred within the SOEs. There are in the next graphic. Here it is. We can see other latest scandals of SOEs rather than Wijaya Karya. Here it is. We can see Garuda Indonesia's cases, which was smuggling of the Harley Davidsons and Brompton folding bike and led to the dismissal of 5 directors at once. And moving on to the fraud case of Jiwasraya, we cannot even forget the mega scandal that wishes lead to misappropriations of insurance investment funds. And we got Asabri with a similar case of Jiwasraya with the mismanagement of investment funds. And the number of cases or scandals within SOE shows that there are still large gaps or opportunities for criminal actions. And therefore, many parties consider that large-scale improvements need to be made within SOEs and as well for the need for accountable system so that such cases can be avoided. But among all, of course, the integrity of SOE employees or personnel remain and the main key. And viewers, we hope that cases like this will not happen again, and all steps by the government, especially for the Ministry of SOEs, will make SOEs add more integrity and be able to contribute more to the country and society. Stay tuned on Market Headlines.